Welcome to our Metal Reactions channel. I'm Brad.
I'm Alena.
And we're doing our third Gojira song today, Silvera. I think I'm saying that correctly. So although I'm a Gojira fan, I must admit the latest album I hadn't listened to other than Stranded, which we did previously because the single had been released on YouTube. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this channel in the first place was to just explore music that I should have listened to by now, but never got round to. Like maybe it's just me, but I found myself listening to the same like 5 to 10 bands all the time, their full discographies, and then not exploring new music.
It's just you.
So yeah, that's part of why I wanted to do this, and we'll be doing a lot of other bands like that in the future. So needless to say, you haven't heard this before, but.
No. It's my exactly third song I'm listening to.
At least you know 2 other Gojira songs now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have experience already.
Let's give it a go.
Caught me off guard.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, it's definitely heavy.
Not much clean singing in there for you.
No,
None.
but there is when there is a chorus, I think it changes slightly and becomes more melodic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to watch the video.
It is interesting. Tying up to the lyrics there. Dead bodies falling from the sky. People blinded by the genocide, I think it was.
Yeah, I think there's like a pictures of oil. There was at the beginning like a bird in the oil. It just was a flicker of it, and then a person's face in it, and then all those people without a face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it adds to the lyrics.
Okay. Instrumentally, I mean, so my first time hearing the guitar riff, that main guitar riff is pretty cool. The drumming in the beginning was quite cool. There were like little tappings of the cymbal there that I thought was quite cool. It was giving some nice atmosphere there.
Yeah, and there was like really fast drumming there.
Well, the Gojira drummer is really, really good. Like one of the best.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to watch it live. When it's gonna happen.
when we're allowed outside the house.
Yes, exactly.
If you're watching this years later, it's COVID-19 quarantine.
Just a tag for the future.
Okay, let's go.
Devil's
Okay. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, the guitar part.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that song went a few different places at the end. That is like typical Gojira.
Yeah.
They'll just have these
traditional.
massive transitions into a completely different song.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay. Lyrically, any ideas?
Well, I got like a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was wondering what it meant about dead bodies falling from the sky.
I don't know.
And then by the end of it, they showed this episode in the video. I mean, I don't know how far I can be guided by the video because it may not be related straightforwardly, but it showed this young boy jumping off the roof and then showing like the bodies flying up.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to flying down.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe there is this like suicide theme here.
Ooh, I wasn't getting that at all.
Well, I wasn't, but then when they showed it in the video, I was like, maybe it's also about like the young generation. So another idea was about, because you told me last time that they're environmentally conscious. So I was thinking about the environment and that this time to open your eyes to this genocide. So I kept thinking that maybe it's the genocide against the planet.
Okay. I mean, I'm not super sure at all. If I just take it from the beginning, the beginning I felt like I was on board. It talks about quit moaning about fate and change, stand up on your own feet and rise. With every fall, you get the pain, you learn the lesson. Start now, open your eyes. So to me it's like a call to stop your ignorance or to stop living in ignorance, open your eyes to change. You can change, and when it goes further on to say when you change yourself you change the world. So for me this is all a call to action, but then like a call to action of what becomes the question. And I mean, I don't know what the genocide is. There's things that get specific, like, okay, dead bodies falling from the sky. We are the ape with the vision of the killing, a rain of shame that fills the minds. I don't know what any of that means. But when we get to later, another line that was quite cool was it says, your heart is pounding in the brain. The reason that stuck out to me was normally you talk about thinking with your heart, or acting with your heart or acting with the brain. It's like it's one or the other. But this is sort of, you feel your heart pounding in your brain. It's sort of merging the two.
I think it's. I think this expression, like your heart pounding in the brain, is used like when you're either very scared or like at the very emotional moment. You know, like you're very
Adrenaline.
anxious, and you kind of feel the. Yeah, the heart pounding. I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah, the lines about the ape with the vision of the killing, it does, I think, describe the ignorance.
Okay.
I mean, thinking about the song as an environment is one thing, that it's about like killing the planet is one thing, but then again in the video they were showing like those people that were looking at the screens clearly and like losing without a face.
Well, those would be the blind people. The people that don't have eyes, for me, are the people living in ignorance. Yes,
I suppose, but they also were like leaded by social media. I felt that vibe when they were showing like the people that are doing like this. So clearly they're looking at their phones, and they showed a couple of things, but like also like people were in bed and also looking with their having the screens in their hands.
Were you picking up any vibes of like class issues? Is it perhaps the wealthy that are the ones that are blind? I mean, there's talk of like gold. How could you fall so low? Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but maybe that could point towards a class commentary.
I didn't really see the class theme, but I do think that it's a like call for action.
Yeah.
And I do think that it's a call for action addressed to young people, especially.
But just because of the video, or?
Yeah, I think mostly because of the video, but also, I don't know, just from general knowledge, young people are more ready to change.
Yeah, that's true.
And
more revolutionary.
Yeah, and they are still like able to change themselves. The older you get, the more you're reluctant to change yourself.
Stubborn and set in your ways.
Yeah. So
generalization, of course. there's some very feisty older people.
Exactly. Well, yeah, and it doesn't say exactly in the song that it has to be like a call to the young person. Yeah, it does clearly say that you have to start the global change with changing yourself. So with supposedly like caring more and just opening your eyes to what's happening in the world. And also there is this powerful line about you're receiving the gold of a better life when you change. And it's not really clear, like when you're receiving the gold of a better life when you change yourself. So maybe it's telling you like when you change yourself, so your life becomes better.
I really like that line. It's maybe one of my favorites in here. It's like far too often people wait for things to happen, or they complain about things happening, but they never make the first move. And yes, you can be dealt a bad hand, things can be against you, but until you take the first step, nothing's gonna just magically fall into place. And personally, I'm not someone that believes in fate or just lying back and letting things happen. I'm very much someone that believes you need to go and make something happen if you want it to happen.
Yeah, I agree that it is definitely in the song, and it also warns that probably you're gonna fall a few times, but then it just makes you wiser. So all you have to do is just to get up every time and to continue the change, and then supposedly our life becomes better and the planet.
Well, I mean that's the thing is, a life is like that just because you change doesn't guarantee that it'll happen. But it's a starting point. You've at least got a shot. At least if you change it, at least if you take action, you've got a shot of a good outcome. But of course, there's no guarantee. Even if you do everything right, there's no guarantee that everything will turn out your way.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't stop you from trying.
Exactly. Shouldn't. Then there are those curious two lines like, "No, we will never let go. Let us watch them die." I think that is also kind of about suicide theme here. It's more about like young, older generation watching the younger generation fall and not doing anything about it. So I think it is about taking interest maybe in others, although it doesn't say here explicitly.
So do you feel like the "No, we will never let go, let us watch them die"
It's like a response.
Yeah, it's the rest of the song has been from me, the protagonist, and now this is someone else, the naysayers to what I'm trying to do, the antagonist.
Like a society responding to that call.
Well, if I'm thinking of my class argument, that could also then be the rich shouting down, "No, we'll never let go of our power. We'll watch them die."
Our old ways.
Yeah. Whoever the antagonists are, whatever way you want to spin what the song's about, I think those two lines do work as the antagonist against the protagonist. And even just the way it's structured lyrically, there are two lines by themselves in the middle of nowhere. Everything else has been four lines, and here these random two lines in the middle of nowhere. Where did they come from?
Yeah, that's curious. That's why I'm so interested to know what the name of the song means.
Does Silvera mean something? Like, is that a word in the English language or some other language? I don't know what that means. let us know.
I think there might be an explanation hidden there. Like when you tie it to the song, maybe it gives you a fuller picture.
Okay.
We'll keep wondering.
Yeah. Let us know what other Gojira you'd like us to react to, and other bands in general. And we'll see you for the next video.
Thank you for watching.